Alright, so my four-wheeler started leaking fuel out of its carb on the overflow, so I'm going to have to rebuild the carb on it. So it looks like it falls on the Jeep to put in my late season food plot. Now what I got here is deer that come out of that field, come down through this little ravine, and they come through this little low-lying area, past these trees, and out through there. The grass is kind of high. There's not really good stuff for them for late season. Acorns are already kind of starting to drop, so I decided this year I was just going to go ahead and put in some turnips. That way, throughout the fall, they'll have something. January, February, and I mixed in some rye, so that's in there too. So that'll grow up kind of quick. But for me to plant all this, because I didn't come down here and spray nothing, I decided I was just going to weed eat everything down, because there's a bunch of clover out here that I didn't want to kill off either. I'm going to do this section over here, this section across the bottom, and up across this little flat. And that way, when I'm up on top of the hill there, sitting in a tree, anything that walks down through this ravine is in the wide open. Plus later in the year, it keeps them coming out into this field. This place doesn't get very much pressure at all. It's just me and the two girls that hunt it. So we're going to see how this goes. We're going to weed everything down, rake it all out, and then mow it till it's about 2 inches tall, and then broadcast seed all this stuff through, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so as you can see, I got this all cut down. There's one deer trail coming in there. There's another one coming right down this ravine, right where all this clover is. As you can see, I don't have a tractor, so I've been able to cut back so let this clover truly grow. But you can see how well it's mulched down. They hit it up pretty hard. And that clover continues out through this entire field up through that. So lots of clover down in here, There's about 3 trails all intersecting as they pass down through, and they go right down through there out towards the woods. And see where they crisscross right here next to the briars, and then there's one that heads out towards the oats. So I don't need to weed eat this. This stuff's so thin. Just gonna mulch it up with the mower. Get all that cleaned out. I'm debating whether or not to take a chainsaw and cut that out so I can see it in the woods a little bit better. But yeah, I'm thinking plant up through here about another 20 feet that way, come back down, and then do that circle, and then plant down through here in the middle. And like I said, I got plenty of clover and other things here for the early season, and that just leaves me the turnips and stuff for like late December, January, February, to feed my herd throughout the rest of the year. Alright, so this is what it looks like now. I cut down until it was about 6 inches tall, and then I came through with the push mower, mowed everything down. Now I did this up at the top of the hill, just some of the clover that I had up there, and like 3 days later, then the amount of clover just doubled down here. So this entire ravine, I'm going to go ahead and use the rake out over the clover, make sure none of this stuff kills it off. And then as you can see, I got this nice little section here, and then there it goes up, and I got a section that goes out that way, and then right over here between those 2 trees, I've got 50 pounds of trace mineral salt I'm going to put out. It's not really going to do anything this year, but it's basically going to leach into the ground over the winter, If they want it, it'll be there. But next spring is when they'll really be hitting it up, when the fawns are in and coming out. And so that's what, 3 hours worth of work. Again, I don't have a tractor or anything, so another hour and I'll be done. I'll get all this raked out, get the seed put out, and then pack everything up and I'll be good to go. Alright, so I didn't record putting the seed down because it doesn't really matter. I just came through, put the seed down, and went through and raked it over after I put the seed down. As you can see, I raked all that grass back. So went ahead, seeded basically everything that you see here. About 7 pounds of seed between the rye and 5 pounds of turnips. So I overseeded, I know, for this size of an area, but I figured birds and if something doesn't germinate, oh well, I'm out like 15 bucks. It's not a big deal. So got the Jeep packed up, and I'm gonna go cut one more area, and then I'll have to seed it tomorrow. That's it. This is gonna be my late season food source for the deer for muzzleloader and late December, January time frame. The clover will pop back up, so in a couple of days I'll take a video of that clover and how it bounces back so easy, especially once all this stuff's cut back. And as it goes throughout the year, I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so here's the other one. I cut all this out. I'm going to plant this in here, and I haven't decided whether or not I'll be in that tree, or one of these trees over here, depending on the wind. And I cut a path all the way out and around, all the way back to where my targets and stuff are. And this way I can get in without rubbing up all over the grass and getting wet. So I'll get some more seed. I'll plant that tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see how it goes this fall. We'll see if all this effort, this only took like an hour because I didn't have to brush hog anything down with the weed eater. I just used a mower. We'll see how it works.